Hi, my name is Isabel Herguera. I'm an animator from Spain and I teach animation at the Kunsthochschule für Medien in Cologne, in Germany. And I would like first to thank you for having me as a jury at the Guangdong Animation Festival. It's an honor. First I would like to explain you where the idea of like an open classroom and online animation production started, and which is like the essence of Diaries of Confinement, the film that you're gonna like see later on. In 2008, I was like visiting a friend of mine in Colombia. I was visiting Carlos Santa, which is a very well-known animator and filmmaker, experimental filmmaker. And he was at the time making an animation film, and he was in the post-production phase. I went to his studio, and while he was like telling me or talking about the film, he took me to his computer and he showed me how the cursor was like moving by itself. And I was very surprised of like seeing images, how they were like being composed in After Effects and nobody was sitting there. So I asked him, but Carlos, what's happening? As he says, well, I have a friend of mine at the other side of the world which is doing the compositing work. So for me, it was like a total revelation. This, imagine, it was in like 2008 or 10, I'm not sure about the date. So in that instant, it sparked the idea, why not to organize some kind of collaborative project in which different people all around the world would be working on the same project. So I returned home, I returned to Arteleku, which is a center of contemporary art in San Sebastian, where I was working at that time. And I organized an online project, an open classroom, in which we would be, a sort of a workshop would take place during a week. And we would be working with my colleagues in Colombia and in China at the Central Academy of Fine Arts, and we would be working on a collaborative film. We would have a common cloud where we would like keeping our files, and the core of the whole, the concept of the whole film was that anybody would be allowed to take anybody else's work and continue to work over it. Then Daman in Saudi Arabia, then Colombia took also part, then in Alberta in Canada, then the Cinematic Arts in USC in Los Angeles. This was a project of discovery, of like first being able to share your artwork as an artist, yeah, and like somehow breaking this idea that art is only mine, nobody can touch my drawings, and seeing how your own drawings can like be implemented onto somebody else's creative work. In 2016, I started to work at the Kunsthochschule für Medien as a teacher, as a formal teacher. And I remember the second semester, I thought, okay, let's implement this idea of an open classroom. I already had quite wide contacts and range of like institutions and schools who would like to like work with us. So I contacted my friends in China Central Academy of Arts in Beijing, and I proposed them to work together with my students in Germany and to develop a project. And this time we thought, we chose the Diaries of a Madman by Luke Sun. And we work again in the same methodology. We would meet on Fridays at the Kunsthochschule für Medien the whole day, and we would be having our like open screen. In that sense, Zoom didn't exist at the time. We communicated through Skype, and we had we opened our classroom with like the students from China.
凡事总需研究， 才会明白。古来食场吃人，我也还记得。我也是人，他们想要吃我了。
In 2018, we did again an open classroom seminar during the summer semester, and we worked this time on letters written by ex-guerrillero fighters in Colombia, and this was part of the reconciliation process in Colombia, and they offer us certain letters.
Combatientes de las FARC en mi teatro, en la Corporación Colombiana de Teatro, en alianza con el Centro de Pensamiento y Acción para las Artes de la Universidad Nacional, del que yo hago parte.
Different schools they took part was like UNAL, Universidad Nacional in Colombia, Universidad Javeriana in Colombia, UNAM in Mexico, CAFA, Central Academy of Fine Arts, and this time India also came. Hey, Shekhar.
Hello,
Rishi and? Rishi, yes, I got it. I can send Shekhar Tanya's phone number so that you can WhatsApp and establish contact directly with her.
Can we do a little bit of improvisation in the
on the given storyboard?
On the given storyboard.
For example, when the scene and Daniela is walking through the jungle.
So it's a long walk.
60.
She's a senior student in digital art. Yeah.
So when you write myself, I learned all the text is because you imagine that the text should be incorporated into the picture, right?
这出现在电影里面的。对。
It will show in the picture.
It was also quite touching to read the letters in different languages, at least for me, so that all the voices of the ex-guerrilla members, they could be heard in different languages, and at the same time you could empathize with them much more because they were bringing it so close to you. In 2019, and again, we repeated the same concept, an online seminar, and this time we worked on City of Ladies, a book which was written by Christine de Pizan in 1405. Okay. And one of your teams are going to do the animation. Then we go down and we see that you are going to do the animation for the team of NID Stray Dogs.
Stray Dogs, okay.
Yeah, and then here you're going to do the animation for the butterflies, which is KHM.
So we do the storyboards from coyote, stray dogs, and butterflies, right?
This is becoming a little bit complicated, but in a way, it's each and every team now has the responsibility to get in contact with its partner.
But the female flies is give up.
Does this Venus flytrap eating the male flies? For me, looks like also males are getting pain and getting eaten.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It feels like everything is
Feels like it's big God and then coming in and then putting it there. So I thought maybe we could do it a little bit different so it wouldn't feel like some higher power coming in and then happy.
Yeah, so the first group for the woman, Sabina, right? First group.
Yes.
Yeah, we chose the animal all.
And then you have to talk with the guys from CAFA. And CAFA, they were right now there because we talked to them half an hour ago.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I'm just curious about the name. Why choose this name?
Involve again the same players as the previous years, new students, but with China Central Academy of Arts, National Institute of Design, UNAL, Javeriana, And also this time took from Kenya, a technical university in Kenya took part of it. And again, we divided it in like different chapters that that everybody like chose the parts that they were like more interesting. And we also developed a film which you can also like see it on Vimeo. This last March, we decided that maybe the theme that we had to like be working on would be our experiences, to talk about our experiences and our feelings in these very strange times. Again, we met with the other schools. Everybody was like so interested and very positive. They took the idea very positively. And we decided to make a very, very special, and this time more than ever, this like experience on working in line, on being together, and on having an appointment every week in which we would be talking, we would be developing a creative process about something that we were like living so profoundly, was actually, for me, it was like the best time of all these years. Here we implemented the same methodology. Everybody would like write a story or record a sound, which it would define their experience during confinement. We would put it in a pool, and anybody else could take it and reinterpret it and work on it. In a way, we, across countries, across language, across everything, this time we were going through the same experience, all of us. So it didn't matter if one voiceover was coming from Lithuania, which also like joined in this year, and would be like taken over by the Chinese students. The strength, the credibility, and the honesty of the work was actually there. It was a greatest pleasure to work on Diaries of Confinement this year. It is a great thing to see how technology is giving this opportunity to be together across borders, across countries, across policies, across states, yeah? To be together, to share and to work together, and to see how young people and how people can connect. And this time again, us as the teachers, we're just holding in the background. It was the students themselves that pulled the whole production cart onto the shoulders and like committed profoundly to the project. And I hope for better times to come, and I hope we will meet sometime. And till then, let's keep together and let's keep in contact. Thank you.